and she slams another 5 onto the champions tally. Front row scuttle backwards and out the way and leave it to Abby Burton. No flanker in the league beats more defenders than her, but Wood this time finding pin-up. 2 metres, Rory Wood up and over, and there's the score for Trailfinders. We know them for their shimmer and their dazzle, but that was just straight up stubbornness. The first PWR try for new arrival Rory Wood.
Oh, and they needed that, didn't they? Great ambition from Rory Wood.
Tatiana Hurd is on 4 milli higher in the midfield, so expect her to carry hard off the back of this one. She's there, offering support. All is loose, gathered by Lisa Thompson. Still going Thompson, reaching, stretching, short. Mattinson sizes up her options, picks the loose heads. And it's Trailfinders who hit the front in Gloucester. What a day to be a prop from Ealing. Olivia Leatherman with her first try for her new club.
Brilliant intensity, awareness. They are hungry for this game and they take the lead.
Williams carry, George's pass, finding Hendy, Venner, picking out Metcalf on the wing, whose beautiful step-to-step will be enough on this occasion, and Gloucester Hartpury have their 5th.
Advantage is over.
Mattinson over the top, chasing it is Musgrove. It sits up for Liz Musgrove with just Hendy to beat. And what a return from injury for the Scottish flyer. There is a life in this one yet. And it's been brought by Liz Musgrove.
She has made such an impact since she's come off the bench. Just as you think that Hartpury are regaining control, look at this.
Trailfinders emptying tanks here, hunting for something which would be utterly spectacular. The shed is loud. Mattinson with the offload to Guala, and she's knocked it on. The most spectacular of finishes. But Gloucester Hartpury survive. Just full-time score in this one. What a game. Gloucester Hartpury.
Oh, what are you waiting for? Get involved with Discovery Plus, the streaming.
We're all about making investing easy. It's why Which rate nobody higher than us for ease of use. It's so easy, even this chap can do it with his teeny tiny little arms. Open an account today and find out why we're the only Which recommended investment platform 6 years running. AJ Bell, feel good investing.
Don't worry, Kelly. We've got this. Time to get you onto Sky Mobile. Let's Bell. You can chat to someone in Sky anytime, day or night.
What are you doing up here?
Switching broadband. Escape to Sky Mobile and Skyfall 5.
Slew of allegations.
He's innocent and will fight every day.
We did not realize the extent of the darkness.
It was horrific.
I'm fighting for my life. He said, I'm Puff Daddy. I'll eat your face off.
I always believed that I was the only victim.
The Fall of Diddy, streaming the 28th of January, only on Discovery Plus.
Come on! The Premier League on TNT Sports, sponsored by Motorway, the way to sell your car.
Get in!
Trying to keep in touch with the front runners, Manchester City and Chelsea gather at the Etihad. Let's make the Amex a castle again. That's Fabian Hürzeler's message. Everton enter Brighton's fortress this weekend. And Liverpool have extended their lead at the top. So can Ipswich shake up the title race at Anfield?
I think from City's point of view, this game against Chelsea is an interesting one because of whatever they've done this season in terms of things not being as good as they once were. You look back and you think, well, first game of the season, I believe it was away at Chelsea, and getting a win there, given how good Chelsea became in the coming months, was actually a strong result. And, you know, that was without the likes of Rodri as well. City would have been disappointed to lose to PSG, but the fact is they're back to domestic football now, and that win against Ipswich, even though, you know, it wasn't the last game, it's definitely a game that they can take some positive from, because to score 6 goals and to keep a clean sheet in any game there, I think it matters a lot. So I think it's just understanding the strengths of Chelsea and not playing into them. If it ends up being a high-paced game, I think that plays into Chelsea's hands more. But then also for City, the better that we come throughout the season will be when they stop making individual errors. And those players are capable of doing it. But they know going into the weekend, if they do it against Chelsea, they're likely to be punished.
Every game is important in the season that we are having to qualify for the next season in a Champions League. And of course it is for the quality for the opponent. So they play really good, the patterns, the quality up front, the speed. They do really good things, and I'm pretty sure with the 6 days they had, they prepare well the game against us.
From a City perspective, it's just about winning games of football, trying to find some of your best form, because they're still in the FA Cup. They're still in the Champions League. They've still got the Premier League season to try and finish well, and I think how you finish the season can sometimes dictate how you feel about it as well. Because maybe they'll finish 3rd, maybe they'll finish 4th, maybe they'll finish 5th, but if they go on a good run to get there, you feel more positive as opposed to a team that limps across the line. So they want to get back to being who they thought they were at the start of the season. And if they can do that, I wouldn't be surprised if they're contender for things coming into the season.
We try to stick together, we try to lift each other up, and I think that's the only way out of it, and that's the only way to show good performances if you work together. And I think we try to come out, didn't try to put the blame on others or the player right next to you, and I think we're doing it well and we're on the right track, and but we still got some things that we got to do better.
I think Marmoush could be a very good signing for City. His style of play is dynamic, it's exciting. You see his drive to have an impact in the game. I think he'll add a real good option, whether he starts alongside, say like a Haaland, whether he starts instead of, or he starts out wide. I think you've got people who want to impact the game from that attacking standpoint, and that's exactly what they need.
De Bruyne is ball in here, Foden singles it in.
It's so easy to forget how good he was last season, given the struggles that he had this year, whether it's to do with fitness, whether it's to do with form, and how that's almost married up with the way that the team hadn't done as well as they would have liked. So for Phil to be able to feel good within himself, to feel healthy, to be having an impact in the game and scoring big goals, now that's an ominous sign for, say, some teams they'll be playing against, because a well-motivated and informed Phil Foden, as we saw last year, is without doubt one of the best in the league.
Obviously it's difficult coming off the form that I did last year and not reaching the same heights at the start, but yeah, I feel like every player you could speak to goes through that, where the form dips. But I can say recently I can see that it's coming back slowly, the goals are coming back, and yeah, I look a lot more happier on the pitch.
One of the interesting things about football at times is that you get to the place where you think you should be, but how you get there can dictate how you feel about it. And I think Chelsea started off the season really well, to where they were almost toe-to-toe with the Liverpool side near the top of the league. So then when a dip in form happens, there's a sense of unhappiness because you perhaps expected more because things felt so good. But where they find themselves now is in contention to being in the top 4. So then when a dip in form happens, there's a sense of unhappiness. They're still one of the most competitive sides in the league. You know, they're still in Europe. They still know that they can get better. They're still trying to learn some of the messages that the manager's trying to put across. And they've got something to play for in the second half of the season. You know, they're playing in the Conference League for now and it's great. But you know they'll want to be in the Champions League next year. And I think that's going to be a big factor in how they finish the season.
It's the mentality that every player has to have. So we arrive to the top. The team has to be together to work hard as we can, so we can reach the top level like the teams like Arsenal, Liverpool at the moment. It's about consistency and hard work.
Going to the Etihad right now is very different to what it has been over the last few years. They're capable of punishing City, they're capable of scoring there. As a consequence, they're capable of winning the game. And I wouldn't expect them to be making a ton of individual errors that play into City's hands because Maresca knows himself, having coached that City side, what their tendencies are, what they're going to be like, what it's like to play at that stadium. So in some case, I could probably argue they're probably one of the most prepared teams to go up there because somebody's felt what it's like to be there.
I think this kind of club, with this kind of players, when they are probably in a difficult moment, is when they want to show how good they are. They want to go against everyone saying, okay, if you think that we are not good enough, we're going to show you how good we are. So I don't think there is a good moment to play against City.
I can't help but believe this is going to be a high-scoring game. It's probably just going to be lashing down with rain as well, people slipping all over the place, like shots from outside the box, last-ditch tackles, similar to what it was last year in the draw that they had at the Etihad. And it ends up being a big game because all of a sudden both teams are very much involved in a battle for the top 4. As somebody that follows Man City blue, I'd be rooting for them to win, but I think it's going to be intense encounter, and I think Chelsea are going to give as good as they get, but I think a Man City win. Follows Man City blue, I'd be rooting for them to win, but I think it's going to be intense encounter, and I think Chelsea are going to give as good as they get.
Justin Kluivert's hat-trick helped Bournemouth shock Newcastle and record their joint biggest win of a terrific season so far. The Cherries last lost the league game in November, a run of 10 matches in defiance of a long list of injuries. Just 3 points off the top 4, they aim to make a statement against the team faring even better, fellow European contenders Nottingham Forest.
We know all the games we have now, we play Forest.
3 points off the top 4, they aim to make a statement against the team faring
We play Liverpool, both of them are basically they are first and tied second, so the most difficult game we play is probably you can find nowadays, and let's see if we are at that level, and if not, we have to cut. The most difficult game we play is probably you can find nowadays, and let's see if we are at that level.
In third, Forest are 8 league games unbeaten, including 7 wins against Southampton. The irrepressible Chris Wood scored again before signing a new 2-year contract. As important as his prolific form is a resolute defence, only the teams above them, Liverpool and Arsenal, boast a better record than the 22 goals Forest have conceded. A solid foundation for this tricky trip south.
A week of mixed emotions for Aston Villa. The recovery at Arsenal was further proof that this team can fluster the Premier League's finest. Yet a defeat at Monaco dented dreams of a direct passage through to the Champions League round of 16. It's West Ham this weekend at Villa Park, a location where Unai Emery's team have been consistently strong.
West Ham, they are not being consistent, but they have now a new coach. Tactically, they are going to improve, sure, playing matches. And they have very good players as well.
Graham Potter already knew he had a big project on his hands at West Ham. The home defeat to Crystal Palace highlighted just how much work is needed. Konstantinos Mavropanos' red card in that game means he's suspended this weekend. And West Ham are heading back to Villa Park for a second time in just over a fortnight, having been beaten there in the FA Cup. Konstantinos Mavropanos' red card in that game means he's suspended this weekend.
Shipping 3 goals to lose to previously impotent Everton underlined Tottenham's issues. Far closer to the bottom 3 than the top 4 after taking a single point from the past 6 matches. For an injury-ravaged side, Thursday's hard-fought win at Hoffenheim was good for morale. Spurs do at least remain on course in the Cups, but Ange Postecoglou's priority now is to revive their league campaign.
Leicester are kind of in a fight there to stay in the Premier League, and with those kind of games that they'll definitely come and try and make it as difficult as possible for us. But we're in our own tough moment in the league, and we're being at home, I think, will help us with the crowd.
Leicester feel like they've been banging their heads against a brick wall all season. Under Ruud van Nistelrooy, results have only got worse, with 7 straight league defeats following the win and draw that kicked off the Dutchman's tenure. 2 points from safety, the Foxes are in danger of getting cut adrift if they can't find a way to exploit Tottenham's current fragility. 7 straight league defeats following the win and draw that kicked off the Dutchman's tenure. 2 points from safety.
Having sparkled when Vitor Pereira first arrived, the old gold have lost their shine. Wolves' defeat at Chelsea was their 3rd in a row in the Premier League. It's only goal difference that's keeping them out of the bottom 3. And then there's the added challenge of facing Arsenal next.
Against Arsenal, we should know we must be. We must show this tactical maturity because they are strong, for sure. But I have confidence in my players. I have confidence in our work. We are working to improve.
The heat of the title race is being felt in North London. Having squandered a 2-0 lead against Villa, Arsenal are now 6 points adrift of the leaders Liverpool. The comfortable midweek victory over Dinamo Zagreb, though, has all but secured the Gunners' place in the Champions League round of 16. William Saliba remains a doubt for the game at Molineux. Now 6 points adrift of the leaders Liverpool. The comfortable midweek victory over Dinamo Zagreb, though, has all but secured the Gunners' place in the Champions League round of 16. William Saliba remains a doubt for the game at Molineux. Now 6 points adrift of the leaders Liverpool. The comfortable midweek victory over Dinamo Zagreb, though, has all but secured the Gunners' place in the Champions League round of 16. For the game at Molineux.
Sensational! Oh, can you believe that? Can you believe that? It's victory for Paris Saint-Germain.
That was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
What a moment! It's victory for Paris Saint-Germain.
She's gonna kill everybody.
Do I look like a monster to you?
The Mans are a cult.
We need to get her out of there. Oh, there she is.
It's just sick, twisted lies.
What are you hiding?
The Mans are
Quick cut. We need to get her out of there.
The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, the final chapter. Stream now.
Sick, twisted lies.
What are you hiding?
The TUI sale is now on.
The Curious Case of Natalia.
Save up to £300 per booking. Plus, grab a free kids place, even in the school summer holidays. Holiday deal? Sorted. Save up to £300 per booking. Plus, grab a free kids place, even in the school summer holidays. Holiday deal? Sorted. Save up to £300 per booking. Plus, grab a free kids place, even in the school summer holidays. Holiday deal?